All right, what's going on, everybody? My name is Ty, and in this video I'm going to show you how I turned $450 into $130,000 within the span of about a year and 3 months, right? So the way that I did that was I spent $450 on a tech sales boot camp, right? It was called Course Careers. And so at the time, I was working in real estate and the mortgage market. And the mortgage market had just taken a turn for the worst. Interest rates were through the roof, right? 7%, 8%, right? Just insane. And so there was a slowdown. And at the time, I was doing cash out refinances. So I was in a tough spot. And so a good friend of mine told me about Course Careers and told me about tech sales and said that I could probably use my skills in order to thrive in that field. And so I did. I ended up enrolling in Course Careers and, again, before I even finished, right, when I was about halfway through, again, I had done a lot of networking during my time in real estate and mortgage sales. And so a contact of mine reached out to me and said that she had a position at a tech startup and, told me what the salary was and the commissions and, essentially the basis of the company, what the tech was attempting to do, right? What the problem was that the tech company was attempting to solve. And, I just jumped at it. I said, well, look, right now, things are pretty tough for me in the real estate and mortgage market. So let me just go ahead and, put my hat in the ring. And so I did. And I used the skills that I gained from, taking Course Careers, well, especially the knowledge, right? In order to ace the interview, right? So once I did the interview, the vice president at the time said that they, were even considering just offering me a sales management position right off the bat, just because of the way they felt about the interview, the knowledge that I had, etc. And so the reason I'm saying all this is because I think that if you're watching this video, you most likely have the ambition to do it too. And so on this channel, my goal is to show you how to break into tech and then show you how to thrive in tech, right? Not only tech sales, but also the different facets of tech, right? Things like, UX design, right? Things like cybersecurity, right? So again, things like, web development. So, again, there's so many different facets of tech that we can talk about. But today, again, I just wanted to talk to you about my story because, again, it wasn't easy for me to get this role. But again, it is possible, right? And it didn't take, 12-hour days. It didn't take working through every weekend. It was, again, a real 9-to-5, sort of process, right? Now, in the beginning, I did put in a lot more hours in order to learn the product and learn the system, learn the role. But eventually, once I got that down pat, again, I didn't have to put in many more extra hours. But I was able to go from, again, just a newer regional account manager to the top regional account manager in the company for a few months running, and then was able to mentor others, which is what landed me the first promotion to senior regional account manager within about 4 months. After that point, I continued to mentor people, continued to add value within the company, and again, last month, I was just promoted to training and development manager for the entire sales floor. And so I'm gonna walk you through my journey and again, show you how this can help you as well. But again, when you're looking at Course Careers, right, it's teaching you things like, spin selling, question-based selling. It's teaching you how to, craft emails, craft emails in a way that, it's going to actually pique the client's interest. Sort of teaches you the grit and the resilience that you're going to need to succeed in the roles, right? So again, I would say that the experience was worth it. A lot of people would say, well, I could just learn how to thrive and break into tech sales just by watching free videos on the internet. And that is true, but it does take a lot more time, right? You're going to be compiling information from many different sources. And so again, it's a lot more difficult. So I got it all from one source, was able to leverage that, and again, was able to turn $450 into 130 grand, and you can too.